send bad data to the computer will actually go and it will use just a stored memory lookup chart to try to get the right readings. And you're not going to get accurate fuel flow, and you're going to wind up with your fuel economy getting messed up.
I would also check with ChatGPT or somebody as to if the sensor has a problem. In other words, this could be a defective sensor on that one particular thing. So that's something you should double check before you spend the money on the replacement. I think Rick's checking that right now. Am I right, Rick?
Okay.
Yeah, right. Our YouTube stream is going a little wonky on us. Yeah. We're getting it back up right now. Yeah, the mass airflow sensor basically tells the computer how much air is coming into the engine and what the air temperature is, and it reads several things. So if it's starting to have issues and it's throwing that code, I would have it replaced.
Yeah, he's saying, of course, it measures the amount of air coming in. He says, but, I do a lot of street driving, so it's not affecting my gas mileage that much, right, Rick? Is that true? I mean, a lot of street driving. Would that be true? That it wouldn't? So even with all my street driving, not more than 20 to 40 miles an hour, rarely go on the highway, would you still say the same thing?
Well, but bear in mind that if that unit is starting to have issues now, it's not going to get better, and it could get worse, and it could leave you stuck alongside the road. That's why I just would err on the side of caution.
Okay, all right, then I'll have him do it, because he could buy it. He could buy it and maybe just it's really simple job to put in, right?
Yeah, it's not difficult.
Okay, so I'll give him an extra, $20 maybe to put it in. Okay.
That's a great idea, Trish. Hey, did you say that your mechanic came to your house?
Yes, he's a young guy. He works at a shop.
That's amazing. You
yes,
do have a relationship with him. Wow, that's great.
Yes, I have one with him, and don't forget the other guy, Dino, who does the big job.
Oh,
remember
yeah,
the guy?
Dino.
Yes. Dino's the one who has 40 years experience. Now, he only takes on the big jobs, but that's still a fraction of the cost of any shop. This guy is a young guy who does the simple jobs, oil change. He just did my transmission for a fraction of the cost for $130, when most shops are $200 to $300. And he put in my alternator, the fan belt.
Tricia, I'm going to interrupt you, and I interrupt Rick. ChatGPT says there are multiple reasons that your sensor might falsely flag your mass airflow. So if you run into your dealer and says, I need another reply, I need to have this replaced, there are multiple reasons why that might not be true. So if the technician that you rely on can assure you that it's correct, but I'm looking here at ChatGPT, and it says there are multiple reasons why the mass airflow sensor warning light may be inaccurate.
Okay, so I'm taking a chance then. I could have paid for this, put it in, and it still could come on. Is what you're saying.
Trust your mechanic is all I'm saying, and let him know that you know that the airflow may not be a problem, and it could be a faulty sensor.
I know I got a new mass airflow not too long ago, maybe a year or two ago. I know I got a new one. So I don't know if this is the same thing, because it was a hell of a lot more money than $63.
Yeah, we're running out of time, and we've got, you have one more question, so we better get to that.
Okay. You want to answer the question about the
you said you had three questions. Yeah, right. Would you pay $20,000 more for a Chinese EV?
Less
For a Chinese EV?
My question is to you, how much are the taxes and tariffs on that car?
Well, that would be the problem. It would be a huge tariff. Therefore, if it were built in the United States and the Chinese had a plant here and they built an EV for $20,000 less, would you buy it?
Well, a second reason, no, because you guys recommended to me a hybrid car. If you remember, you're talking about it's best to get a hybrid than
now.
an EV.
Okay, in 5 years.
Hey Trish,
Oh,
thank you for your
yeah.
input. We really appreciate it, and I want to thank you for the quick consumer tip that you shared with our radio audience. That was just beautiful. I mean, you went from $150 to, I think you said $20 for the restoration kit.
Yeah. And
Thank
then,
you for
well,
participating.
$20 to putting it in, sure.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful. It's amazing, and what it looks like.
Okay, well,
So,
hang on,
thank you.
and we have Roadrunner coming up. He always has something interesting to talk about. And give us a call again.
All right, have a nice weekend. You know I will. Thank you.
Yeah, have a great weekend, Tricia. We're going to go to the Roadrunner, and he has been patiently holding. Welcome, Steve.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Good morning, Steve. Good to hear from you.
Yes. My question is about that Chinese EV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you buy that, do you get the soup, egg roll, and fried rice with that, or no?
Yes.
I don't know how
You
they
get
could
that?
do that.
Okay. Okay. The
You
other
get free
thing
fortune
was,
cookies, too.
Oh, yeah, don't forget that. I was up at Nissan getting an oil change because the guy always gives me a good price. So I'm looking at a car. Now they got the Platinum Protection Plan. But I could only see two things on the Moroni label because it was in the back seat on the window, and the window was too dark. So it had VIN etching, lowers insurance. And then it had rain protection on plate. So the guy come over. I said, yo, buddy, you see that VIN etching? You can get that done at the police station for nothing. Have a good day, sir. And he walks away.
No kidding.
You scared me.
Okay, while I was there, they gave me a printout, on my 2016 Nissan Frontier with 25,000 miles on it.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the recommended service. Front wipers, $70. Replace cabin air filter, $100. Power steering fluid exchange, $200. Brake flush, perform brake flush system, fluid exchange, $219.
Oh, boy.
Automatic transmission fluid exchange, performance automatic, $200, and engine air replacement filter for $69.
Wait, did you pay for all this, or is this just the menu?
$1,061.
Well, I tell you,
And
they
I
were,
only got 24,000 miles on my.
What, you
2000.
paid for that, or is that what they wanted you to pay?
that's what they
That's what
wanted.
they wanted.
Oh,
This
okay,
is the
thank you.
printout
You're too savvy to. All right. Good Lord.
with that.
Which flush
I
did you
mean-
get?
So I
I did the
just got my
brake
oil changed. I changed my own air filter and my own wiper blade. So there's almost $200 saved right there.
Oh, yeah.
But what about this power steering fluid?
One that made Rick's head drop into his keyboard.
You're too
Yeah,
funny.
that's a scam, right?
My rule of thumb with the power steering fluid is when I look at the reservoir, if it looks
Right.
that it's darker than the coffee that I drink in the morning, which I drink my
Right.
coffee straight,
Right.
it might be worth considering. But we're talking like 100. I never recommend it on a car on less than 100,000 miles.
But it's
And-
always look and see, right? It's
Yeah,
never,
you inspect it.
yeah.
To recommend
Yeah,
fluid
usually
exchanges
it's
at
a
25,000
right?
miles is insane.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It's like a reddish color, right? The power steering fluid. That's what I have in my road.
Well,
Right.
it depends on the fluid because, like, most
Sure.
power steering fluid is kind of a yellowish color. But believe it or not, Toyota
It
and a
comes
lot
in
of other
it comes in a
manufacturers
raspberry
say,
flavor, though.
well, they say you can actually just use straight transmission fluid because
Right.
all
I
it's
heard
doing
that.
is acting as a hydraulic fluid. And
Right. Yes.
yeah, transmission fluid is actually better for it anyways because it actually has cleaners to help clean any dirt out of that system anyway. So it's much better for it.
Yeah, because it says automatic transmission fluid every 30,000 miles or 3 years.
Transmission fluid every 30,000?
Wait, is that
Yes.
that's
I'm
not the
looking right at
Nissans?
it.
That's not Nissans or the Frontiers.
That's an older vehicle.
Yeah.
What year is
Yeah,
the Frontier?
2016 with 24,000 miles on
So
it.
that's the factory recommend. That wasn't the dealer recommended maintenance.
Well, it said repair estimate service advisor.
It came from the dealer. I bet there's no way Nissan
Yeah.
would have that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go look in the book
Yeah.
with that. But I couldn't get over that Maroni label. It was in the back passenger window, and the tint was so dark you could just see, just barely read what was on there.
Yeah. And they charge you for the tent, too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had like 15 stupid
Right.
rain protection on plate. What is that? See, car wash? What did he do?
Yeah.
What did he do?
They charge
So
you to make
they
it
got
harder to know the
clear
price.
for that, right? I just don't get it. These people make me laugh. That's because I got educated by the best.
Yeah.
Well, they're making a lot of money, and most of these service advisors, they call them advisors. They're strictly salesmen. They're no
Yeah.
different than a car salesman. They get a percentage of everything they can cheat you about. So you come in, you're a mark. And this guy probably has never been into the service department, but he got hired because he can sell service, and he gets a percentage of everything
Yeah.
he sells, whether you need it or not. And that's the way it is. It's you should always get a second opinion, and educated guys like you never fall for it. But think about the person behind you that gets taken advantage of. You know,
Yes, I seen the people sitting there like,
Yeah.
gee, I just want to yell out to them.
Yeah.
You know, don't pay for that.
Exactly. Exactly.
But,
Okay. Hey, Steve. Okay, so we'll
Yeah.
throw in some Peking duck, pancakes, and some other, well, good things to
Yeah.
eat.
Yummy stuff.
Yeah.
Would
I had a good
Would
joke
you
about
buy
that, but I can't say it over
electric
the air.
China?
Say what you can say.
Yes, it was about beef and broccoli, but that's okay. That
Okay.
that would have been the punchline. So you could use your imagination. And there's two numbers involved. I'll give you another hint. Okay, it's before 70, and it's in between 68 and 70. Beef and broccoli.
Oh boy.
That's it.
Don't even know what's
With the
happening.
Chinese newlywed married couple. All right.
There you go.
Everybody have
There's
a
a
safe
joke.
It's
weekend.
always a pleasure.
I'm not going to dig it. I'm not going to think anymore. I might Google it.
Yeah, Google it, and you'll laugh. Okay, everybody, stay safe and
All right.
well.
Keep
Have
your
a great
radio
weekend,
volume up.
He's a trip. We love hearing from the Roadrunner. That's Roadrunner Steve. He's got quite a reputation here. We are going to be getting ready shortly for the mystery shopping report. And you're going to need this number if you want to vote, 772-497-6530. And the mystery shopping report is quite interesting. And it is on a Tesla. So you want to stay tuned for that. Now back to the recovering car dealer.
well, let's get to our text, Anne Marie's text. I know we'd like to hear.
Got it right here. She said, first we'll go to her answer for the Chinese electric vehicle. She says, would I buy a Chinese-built electric vehicle if it were $20,000 cheaper than an equivalent American-built electric vehicle? Number one, my bank account says save the money and buy Chinese. But number two, I would buy the American EV if the cheaper Chinese car was built by slave labor or had some of the equivalent moral shortcomings from manufacturing practices. So that's certainly a possibility that might be considered. But
Well, if the Chinese EV were made in America, it's highly unlikely they'd be using slaves.
right, especially if they came here and were able to produce a car here for 20 grand less.
Yeah. So we'll put you down as a yes
For
in
domestic production.
for domestic production. Oh, that's the only way it could happen. That's yeah.
By the way, sorry, boss, but I'd be in line at that Chinese place
To buy one or to be a slave?
to buy one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I bought my last,
Sorry.
6 cars from our dealership. But I'd be in line at the Chinese.
Well, you might
to buy the Chinese EV.
buying one from Earl Stewart BYD.
Now there we go. All right, I'm cool with that.
I don't know. All this conversation is just making me hungry.
I know I am very hungry, and I know where you guys are going for lunch today.
So, Anne Marie's other thing, though, she says, "Good morning. In general, what is the most cost-effective way to get a reliable duplicate of a key fob for a car that came with only one fob? And does the make, model, and year make a difference?"
Ask ChatGPT.
Amazon.
And actually, Amazon's a good choice, but I would verify to make sure that they have a guarantee that if that fob cannot be programmed to your car, that they'll take it back. Because
Well,
some
that's what
manufacturers,
Amazon does have a return
Yeah.
policy.
well, some manufacturers have actually figured out a way to lock down the
code.
key fobs to where it can only be programmed once to a car. The fob itself, like say if you own two Toyotas, you cannot
Right.
take one Toyota fob and program it to
And then
another
they're
one.
gonna make you get a subscription to continue to use the key.
Exactly.
Well, if you have a virtual key, I think that might be.
Yeah. But now, if you
Be a
want a
reality.
simple, easy way to do it, most locksmiths, mobile locksmiths, have key fobs that what they actually do is it clones your key fob that you already have, and they can do this at a much cheaper rate. So it actually just makes a twin of the original one, and that way you're totally straightforward and ready to go. And
No,
that, to me, would be the most reliable and
You
economical
know,
way.
I hate the word fob.
Yeah.
Just-
You're fobbing things off
I
on
don't
people.
like fob.
You never liked to fob things
What's
off.
up with fob?
I mean, if you walked up and say, "Have you seen my fob?" I mean, you have to say key.
Yeah.
So why don't they just call it something else?
Remote.
Yeah.
How about a clicker?
Yeah.
We used to call it that.
By the way, Stu, Kim Appreciates Life says, "It's nice to see you without a hat." And she also says she's getting cashew chicken for lunch today.
Are there cameras in here? Just kidding. That sounds good too. I love cashew chicken.
Oh, but Donovan says, Earl, would you own a BYD or other Chinese brand